Succession has a knack for finding Shakespearean drama and dark hilarity in an honest reflection of today's billionaires and media ecosystems. But how much of it is directly inspired by specific facts?
The 4 kids have to decide who among them ought to be the heir apparent.
In terms of power, yes.
It's long been noticed the Succession patriarch Logan Roy has a lot in common with Rupert Murdoch, as well as some overlaps with others like Sumner Redstone. Jesse Armstrong's original script was apparently called The Murdochs, and Jerry Hall's divorce agreement with Murdoch forbade her from giving any storylines to Succession. So the family is clearly aware of the resemblances.
There are a lot of influential media families in the US for us to think about and draw on.
And in fact, through looking at Rupert Murdoch, we probably should have called the Succession ending. In a deal announced in 2017 and completed in 2019, Murdoch sold most of 21st Century Fox's assets to an outside company, Disney. Just as, spoiler alert, in the end, Logan decides to sell to Lucas Matson, and none of his kids manage to hold on as true successors to his company.
Shiv, you should probably know. It's me.
Obviously, Succession is a work of fiction that goes far beyond these inspirations, and the creators have stated that the show isn't directly based on any one particular family. But let's take a look at some of the interesting parallels. Logan Roy and Rupert Murdoch. Both are aging patriarchs of influential media empires. Logan's ATN is a lot like right-leaning Fox News. They have a hard-edged, ruthless approach to business and are deeply involved in their companies, even at an advanced age. They both have had health issues that caused family and corporate upheaval around succession issues. Both are American immigrants, Logan from Scotland and Rupert from Australia, and they have built successful media empires with controversial legacies.
Today, the aging titan had a taste of humble pie. Quite literally, a shaving cream pie stuffed in his face.
Like Logan, Rupert always gave the impression he intended for one of his kids to succeed him, but never explicitly named anyone as the heir, and mixed up his family and his business to a degree that reportedly encouraged his children to compete for his love/business.
You're my number one boy.
Kendall Roy and James/Lachlan Murdoch. Kendall is kind of a mix of 2 of Rupert's sons, Lachlan and James Murdoch. Kendall is obsessed with rap, and James owned a hip-hop label. James was sacrificed by his dad in the 2011 hacking scandal, like Logan tried to do to Kendall.
At that point, I believe my son was across that operation.
I think my son can perhaps answer that in more detail. He was a lot closer to it.
And he resigned for good in 2020 over content differences, similarly to how Kendall at certain points publicly criticizes his dad's choices and morals.
My father is a malignant presence, a bully and a liar.
And Kendall actor Jeremy Strong took inspiration from the legend that James tied his shoes very tightly. On the other hand, Lachlan began as Murdoch's most prominent heir apparent, like Kendall, before he suddenly quit in 2005, echoing Kendall's yo-yoing between being his dad's faithful servant and rebelling against him. Lachlan returned again in 2014 and is still a major executive at Fox, but did not take over from his dad as the head of News Corp because of the Disney deal. Again, much like Kendall's ending.
This doesn't make, logic. Where's the logic?
Overall, Kendall's struggle for power in the company and efforts to modernize mirror some of the reported dynamics between Rupert Murdoch and both Lachlan and James. Shiv Roy and Elisabeth Murdoch/Shari Redstone. Shiv, like Elisabeth Murdoch and Shari Redstone, is the only daughter in the family who's somewhat distanced from the core of the business, but ultimately seeks a role within it. Like Shiv, Elisabeth Murdoch built a career first outside of the family business. Elizabeth founded Shine Group, an international group of TV production companies that produce successful shows. But then, like Shiv, she still came under the family umbrella. Elizabeth sold her company to her dad's News Corp and joined the board. Like with Shiv, there was a lot of speculation about Elizabeth potentially taking on a leading role within the Murdoch empire. But in both cases, this didn't fully materialize.
I've always thought you were the smartest.
Oh, so that's why you tried Kendall and Roman first.
In 2019, Elizabeth founded her own new production company, Sister, which incidentally had a first-look deal with Jeremy Strong. Rupert could reportedly be dismissive of his daughter as a contender to succeed him, similarly to Logan with Shiv.
You're a young woman with no experience.
A woman, that's a minus.
Well, of course it's a f***ing minus. I didn't make the world.
According to Sky High writer Matthew Horsman, Rupert said Elizabeth needed to figure out how many children she would have before going further in the company. Shiv also has parallels to Shari Redstone, who assumed control of National Amusements and became the chairwoman of Viacom CBS, and also has red hair. Like Shiv, Shari both publicly fought with her father and desperately wanted his approval. Both have been involved in public and often contentious succession struggles. Unlike Shari, Shiv doesn't engage in actual legal battles with her family members, whereas Shari was involved in multiple lawsuits related to her father's company and succession planning. Shari also only has one brother and was more in conflict with her elderly father's romantic partners. And in some ways, that later in life relationship evokes Sandy and Sandy in Succession.
Sandy and Sandy are definitely in, so?
Roman Roy and James Murdoch. Roman, like James, is often seen as a less serious figure compared to his siblings. Both are seen as more rebellious and less likely heirs, yet they hold significant roles within their family's companies, seem drawn more to creative arenas, and at times do become the frontrunner.
The f is wrong with you?
I don't know. We're working on it. Ongoing process.
Connor Roy and Prudence Murdoch. Both Logan's eldest, Connor, and Prudence, Rupert Murdoch's oldest child from his first marriage, are less involved in the family business compared to their younger siblings.
Okay. I'm going home.
I recently got put onto this incredible new social media app that just launched. It's called Frankli, and it has everything I've been looking for in an online platform for so long. Today, so many internet communities are bogged down with fake accounts, fake content, and unverifiable information. But Frankli's mission is to provide a space where you can truly believe what you see and make content that's authentic. It's perhaps the only online space where I know I'm talking to other humans, and it allows me to be more conscious about the content I consume. Frankli boasts no bots, no filters, no generative AI. Just real people and stories. You can create group feeds with friends, share photos and videos, and educate yourself on the future of fakes, all from within the app. In an age where truth seems to matter less and less online, Frankli truly combats inauthenticity with its technology-driven software that prioritizes informing its users. The proof-centered app has incredible features like 3D depth view that scans photos to determine if they're deepfakes. It also provides authenticity info for all content that lets you check the true source. So instead of spending your time on data mining apps that are full of spam, sign up for Frankli today and help bring social media back to the basics, where everyone can see the world for what it truly is. Head to check-out.frankli.pix/take to download Frankli on iOS for free and join a growing community of truth seekers. The buyout attempt in Season 2 of Succession and the real-world attempt to take over Viacom by Sumner Redstone's former girlfriend. In the second season of Succession, Kendall Roy makes a power move to try to take over his father's company.
This is the day his reign ends.
This is very reminiscent of real-life legal battles within the Redstone family. Shari Redstone, Sumner's daughter, fought a legal battle against her father's former girlfriend, Sydney Holland, and another former companion, Manuela Herzer. The women were accused of manipulating the ailing Sumner to gain control of his media empire, leading to a very public, messy legal battle.
Investors are stepping back and saying that this is a shocking move that occurred over the weekend.
Similarly, Kendall's move was seen as a betrayal and led to dramatic family and corporate conflict. And the whole conflict also makes us think of the plotting savvy of Logan's wife, Marcia, which leads us to Rupert Murdoch and Logan Roy's divorces. Rupert Murdoch has been married 4 times, and his divorces have often been high profile, given his wealth and influence. His divorce from his third wife, Wendy Dang, attracted considerable media attention, and at the age of 92, he reportedly divorced his fourth wife, Jerry Hall, over email. Allegedly writing, "Jerry, sadly, I've decided to call an end to our marriage. We have certainly had some good times, but I have much to do." In the show, Logan Roy's divorces from his children's mothers and his union with, then estrangement from, his third wife Marcia have major implications for family dynamics and business.
You've been careless of me.
What?
Moreover, just like Murdoch's children, Logan's children worry about the potential dilution of their inheritance and control over the family business due to their father's partners.
Who are you? Apart from a machine for gathering power.
Waystar Roy Coe's Cruise Division scandal and the real-life Fox News scandals. In succession, the Roy family's media empire faces major scandal when serious misconduct allegations surface regarding the cruise division of their company. The company is accused of covering up incidents of sexual assault and other misconduct. This has been compared to real-life scandals that have hit Fox News, a part of Rupert Murdoch's media empire. In recent years, Fox News has faced several high-profile sexual harassment allegations involving key personalities and executives like Roger Ailes, which led to significant public scrutiny and corporate upheaval, and was dramatized in the movie Bombshell.
HR's on the phone because you called me a skirt.
Yeah, I gotta read that manual again.
The attitude off camera was even worse.
The scandal also echoes the 2011 News Corp scandal, where it was discovered that their UK newspaper, News of the World, was hacking phones that belonged to famous people and even victims of crimes. Like when Logan and Kendall testified before Congress in the show, both Rupert and James testified in front of UK Parliament's Culture, Media and Sport Committee. And just as Logan wanted to sacrifice Kendall,
The Incas, in times of terrible crisis, would sacrifice a child to the sun.
Rupert let James take the fall by giving up his executive chairman role in the company's UK publishing. The Season 4 episode, America Decides, titled after then Fox News slogan, "We report, you decide," is also a dark reflection of Fox News' election reporting.
We need to find out exactly what happened in this election. And there are questions.
As Aidan McLaughlin writes for Mediate, the theme of the episode, of course, is that America does not decide, because the higher powers at ATN push the network to call the race for Mencken. ATN airs the incendiary conspiracy suggestions of Tucker Carlson-esque Mark Ravenhead, and the decision desk gets itself into awkward positions, an inverse to how Fox called Arizona for Biden and then had to hold off calling other states to avoid being the first to call the election for Biden. And even more so, a mirror of how in 2000, their desk, led by George W. Bush's cousin, was the first to call the election for Bush and majorly impacted public opinion. ATN's mishandling of the election coverage due to their eagerness to please their audience also recalls the Dominion defamation lawsuit, settled for $787 million, over claims aired on Fox News that alleged Dominion's voting machines had been rigged to steal the election from Trump. The Roys and the Kennedys. Kendall's tragic accident where he's culpable for the death of the caterer while driving high is actually modeled on a Kennedy scandal. In the Chappaquiddick incident of 1969, Senator Ted Kennedy, JFK's younger brother, drowned one of his employees when he drove off a bridge. Even though a judge found that this was negligent, Kennedy only got his license suspended, selling to an outsider. Logan shocks everyone by, after constantly fighting to keep the company, suddenly announcing he's going to sell to Gojo.
This is the best moment to sell. If I don't do the best deal at any given point, what's the point of anything? I don't get out, I leave $5 billion on the table.
In fact, Rupert Murdoch basically did the same thing when he sold to Disney in a deal that was set from 2017 to 2019. Rupert kept only the Fox Broadcasting Company, Fox Sports, and Fox News, which was reportedly what he cared about most, just as Logan cares only about keeping ATN in the deal he's negotiating with Mattson. According to the New York Times' Jim Rutenberg, this was basically a vote of no confidence in his kids.
You are not serious people.
Rutenberg said, by making his family the business and the business his family, Rupert left his family just as broken up as his company was when he sold to Disney. It was ripped apart by this decades-long battle for succession, which, at the same time, was a zero-sum seeming battle for their father's love. Weirdly, even from his grave, Logan still got exactly what he wanted, for the Gojo deal to go through and none of his children to get the top job, because Logan always wins. Why this is what he wanted is a little inscrutable until you get inside their psychology. When asked about his interest in Murdoch and Redstone, Jesse Armstrong once remarked that, when asked about their succession plans, both moguls had quipped that they didn't plan to die. Murdoch was even quoted as saying, "I'm now convinced of my own immortality." Armstrong said, "It felt like something quite basic about not wanting to give up and feeling that loss of influence at the end of your life. And I started to feel like there was a show about what those people are like in general."
I f***ing win.
That's the take. Click here to watch the video we think you'll love, or here to check out a whole playlist of awesome content. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications.